Welcome to the channel, folks. My name's Shane. We've got another Keys to the Guitar Shop video for you today. This was shot at Sky Music here in Melbourne, Australia, roughly about 8 weeks or so ago as of putting this video together. So it's been sitting on the hard drive for a while. I actually compiled a concert video, and if you want to just see more of the guitar playing, I'll link it up in the cards and you can check it out. But this video will focus on the Reverend guitars. Just to let you know, I'm a left-handed guitar player, so I'll be with the band in this clip, but I'll just be mostly doing rhythm guitar stuff. If you want to see me sort of hack away again, I'll leave my link up here and you can check out that video. Before we get started, a massive thank you to Sky Music for letting us film at the shop. I really appreciate it. If you want to find out more about Sky Music, links will be below. I'll also link all of the guitars to other shops around the world, so you can see how much they are in your part of the world. Just to let you know, this video is not sponsored. I actually pay out of my pocket to get this done the most efficient way by having someone help with the switching. So if you do enjoy it, please leave a thumbs up. I appreciate that. I also want to thank the rhythm section, Drew on the drums, Dave on the bass. If you're looking for some great drum tracks, I'll link to Drew's YouTube channel in the description below. Reverend guitars are really cool. My first introduction to them was back in Florida, I think around 2010 or 11, and I was like, man, these guitars are really great, but you don't see too many lefties. They do make some, but at the time of shooting, Sky Music didn't have any lefties in. But when they do, I'll borrow them and I'll do some reviews on the channel. But it's all about how they sound in the context of a live mix, or at least that's the ultimate test. This first guitar sounds great, and if you're a fan of P90s, I think you'll get a kick out of it, and Dr. Rick really made this one scream. This is the Reverend Club King 290. In regards to the weight of this guitar, it surprised me just how light it is, and it's light for two reasons. One, it's a semi-hollow body, and it also uses Carina wood, and they call this medium light wood, so it's nowhere near as heavy as other guitars you'll find on the market. This guitar also comes loaded with a roasted maple neck. If you've never had your hand on a roasted maple neck before, it's definitely worth checking out. Not only does it look cool, it has this sort of soft feel to it and a very fast kind of feel. So very cool in that regard. So there's a couple of things that make this guitar unique, and one of which is the bass contour pot. Reverend put these in a lot of their guitars, and they're great. They don't require a battery, and it gives you the sense of either being able to get a really tight sound on the pickups, which reduces the low end, but can really fatten it out for those big fat lead tones. If you're looking for something a little bit different that has P90s, a Rockin' Bigsby, and has a bolt-on neck with a roasted maple neck, this would be a great choice. Up next is the Reverend Pete Anderson Eastsider S in satin deep sea blue. Now, while this looks like your traditional Telecaster, well, it actually looks more like a Nashville Telecaster. It definitely has some tricks up its sleeve. While a regular Telecaster will give you 3 different tonal combinations, a Strat will generally give you 5. This will give you 7. One of the ways Reverend achieved this is by adding a push-pull pot on the tone control, which activates neck and bridge pickup. There's a few other things that you might not have noticed on this already. We get a tremolo arm, so we do get a floating trem, which is a great point of difference from a normal Telecaster. We also get a chambered body, which allows it to be slightly lighter as well, which is really cool. And we get stainless steel frets right out of the factory. I hope all guitar companies are doing this in the next few years. It's a great upgrade. Rick was flying around the fretboard on this one. Let's take a listen. Odds are if you've ever seen any Reverend guitars, you may have seen this one, which is why I want to include it in the list. This is the Reverend Contender RB in rock orange. Maybe the most interesting thing about this guitar is its shape. It kind of takes inspiration from everything. It has the kind of contour for your arm at the top. It also has a single cut design, kind of reminiscent of other guitars out there. But it doesn't look like either of them because it's a flat top, and I think that looks really cool. Now, while these pickups do look like the Gretsch style, they're mini humbuckers, which they call the Retro Blast pickups. Having the Bigsby on a guitar like this will lend itself to rockabilly players. You can do country with this, just about anything. This Reverend Contender also features the same bass contour control as well, and it's not heavy, being that it's not a thick guitar either. Let's take a listen. Up next is the Reverend Billy Corgan signature model. He always said that white guitars sound better than black guitars, which is interesting on the tone paint debate, but he made a guitar in black, so maybe that one actually sounds better. If you missed that interview, I'll try and link it somewhere. It was hilarious. I don't know if he was just trolling the guitar community or what, but anyway, it was a funny video at the time. And he has two different models. The one that we got a chance to play was the dual pickup version. There's also one that just has a single bridge pickup. This Reverend signature model comes with two Railhammer Billy Corgan pickups in both the neck and bridge position. Now we get a roasted maple neck and fretboard. The body is Carina, which also helps keep the weight down, as I mentioned earlier. When it came to the tonal aspect of this guitar, it was very bright in the room. It had much more of a modern sound than all of the other guitars. While we don't actually play this style of music, we tried our best, so let's take a listen. If you're a fan of playing blues, you're going to get a kick out of the Jetstream 390. This is a guitar with a point of difference. It has 3 of their P90 style pickups, which are actually called the 9A5s. Similar tonality, of course, similar look. Much like a Stratocaster, for example, you can get those really quacky tones by going on the in-between positions, for example, bridge and middle together, or middle and neck. In addition to that 5-way toggle switch, we get a bass contour pot, as well as a volume and tone controls. Much like many of the other guitars, we get a roasted maple neck. It's great seeing so many of these guitars with that. It's just a feel thing. Pick them up and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, while this is kind of like a Strat on steroids in many ways, some people aren't a huge fan of having a really fat middle pickup, and sometimes depending on your picking technique, it can kind of get in the way. Rick didn't have any problems playing any of these guitars. He never mentioned any issues with that with this particular model, but I know some people don't like having a big fat middle pickup. Thanks for watching, folks. My name's Shane. If you're a big fan of Reverend guitars, or if you're thinking about getting one, let us know in the comments section and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. A massive thank you to Dave on the bass, Drew on the drums, and Sky Music for letting us do this. And of course, the Patreon crew that help fund stuff like this. I always put the cash I get from any of the support, whether it's through Super Chats, channel memberships, or Patreon, back into the channel, and I hope that shows. Thanks again, guys. I really appreciate it. Catch you soon. See ya.